Welcome again, and here we begin our study, our look at Passover, Pesach. We're going to call this Pesach University, and we begin with the main prohibition of Passover, which is not eating or owning Chametz. What is Chametz? Anything that is leavened, anything that is any grain of the 5 specific grains, wheat, oats, barley, rye, and spelt, that are allowed to come into contact with water for 18 minutes or more. So let me explain, because the only legal matzah you can eat that you can make a bracha is wheat, oats, barley, rye, and spelt. So here's the kicker. When we make matzah, from the time the water touches the flour until the time it's baked has to be 18 minutes or less. And that's why we have to be so careful about how we deal with chametz. So that is really the one specific commandment that the Torah is so insistent upon. Not only does the Torah say we can't eat it, we're not even permitted to own it, for it to be in our possession. And so what we do is we clean. We clean. It's like the Jewish version of spring cleaning. We search every nook and cranny. We search every place where chametz might be, anything that might be leavened. It's such an important idea. It's not just, by the way, physical chametz, but it's also spiritual chametz. We need to sort of rid ourselves of this bloated idea of how we feel about ourselves, that maybe we're the be-all and end-all, and recognize that we're not the be-all and end-all, and that there is a God who cares for us and will supply us with everything that we need. Passover preparations often include, as I mentioned, an intense process of house cleaning. Ridding our homes of chametz before Passover can also be seen as spiritual cleaning, and paralleling the liberation of the Jewish people from Egyptian bondage, the Israelites leaving Egypt. Chametz, with its puffy, leavened nature, can also be seen as a symbol of self-importance, as I mentioned, or referring to the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, which leads people astray. So we do a lot of things, both physically and spiritually, ritually, to rid ourselves of chametz. After cleaning, and after, for many people, changing over their dishes, literally removing all the dishes that are used during the year and replacing them with dishes and pots and pans specifically used for Passover. Now, that doesn't mean getting rid of them. Remember I said we're not even allowed to possess things that are chametz? Well, we developed a technique whereby we sell the chametz. So if you sell it personally to someone, that can be done easily. If you have a friend that's willing to buy it and then allow you to buy it back, that's really a very good way to do this. However, most communities select their rabbi or some other leading person. That they will sell the chametz to the rabbi or this leading person, and the rabbi then sells everything that is now in his possession. The rabbi will sell the chametz to a non-Jew that they trust. Why? Because this is really a physical sale. It's not a loophole. You're literally selling it to this non-Jew, and you have to trust that at some point the non-Jew will be willing to sell it back to you. And so we have to trust someone who's truly a friend. And so this is the way communities deal with this, not literally owning their chametz on Passover. Because many of us, let's face it, have really nice dishes, have fine china or stoneware that they really don't want to get rid of or destroy for a week of Passover. So we have this legal contract that we make whereby we sell the chametz to a non-Jew, and then we are permitted after Passover to buy it back. Okay, so after sundown on the night before Passover, this case it will be March 31st, Tuesday evening, March 31st. We do a ritual search for chametz. So here's the trick. We're all getting rid of our chametz, right? But we have to save a couple pieces of bread to put in different spots so that we can ritually remove it with the physical chametz there to burn it later on, actually the next day. So we have a feather, a wooden spoon, and some sort of cloth, either a paper towel or some other cloth that we can scoop up the chametz. The lights are turned off in the house, and we use a candle to lead ourselves through the house and scoop up with the feather into the wooden spoon and cloth. We use the feather to scoop up the little pieces of bread that we have distributed around the house. Once we do that, we recite a special passage that declares that this chametz be like the dust. It's equal to nothing, and it's like dust. The very next morning, after we've had our morning meal, which can be chametz, interestingly enough, but after we have our morning meal, we then take the bundle of chametz, the spoon, the feather, and we burn it. Again, with a special phrase, a special paragraph that we recite declaring that this is the only chametz that we know of. It's being burned, and any other chametz that we may not have seen is, again, like dust. It doesn't exist. It's not within our ownership. So that's the ritual behind the physical act of getting rid of chametz. This idea is so powerful that it has sustained the Jewish people for thousands and thousands of years. All right, now we're getting to the crux of it, and that is the rituals leading up to and beginning the Passover Seder. So when we meet next time, we will discuss the Seder plate, all the preparations we need for the Seder, the order, the service, the dinner that we have on the evening of Passover. And that will be on our next episode of Passover University. Thank you.